This is Jay Chen, and in this video I'm going to show you about the maps link. The maps link is located here on the right, right here on map, and when you click on it, it first goes to your city. Gives you a rough idea where it is. Gives you some information about how many companies there are, how many factories, shops, and offices there are, number of zones, and number of employees. If you continue scrolling down, it gives you some information about transports. In my opinion, this information is not very helpful, but yeah, okay. What you do want to look at are the office service prices. So here, you can see how much are the average hourly rate um, for the 4 different offices. This will give you a good idea as to whether or not you should build that type of office. So if you look in Charlotte, marketing has really high average, at least compared to everything else. Okay, so that should give you a good idea. Something else you can do, you can click on here. It says show list of all companies in this city. You can click on that, and it gives you a list of everybody who's in that city that you are in, that city that you clicked on. So by default, mine was Charlotte. So here I can see everybody else that's in my city. So I can see there's a few top players. I recognize some of these names, right? Oh, yeah, I recognize some more names. Okay, all right. And then there's usually a few people that just join the game. They pick the random city, and they're not doing too hot. They just kind of like did nothing, like this guy. And that will happen. All right, let's go back to the map link. So again, you can do that for any city, not just the city that you're in. You can go to any random city. But yeah, okay. I'll show you something else that you can do in the map section. So say you wanted to know what building someone has, right? So you can, all right. So you can, you can click on, Jay Chen. What buildings does he have, right? You can click on here, open up his profile, and take a look, and it says, okay, he's in Charlotte. All right. Okay, so he's in Charlotte. So you can click on map. Charlotte. Then scroll down. It says view detailed map over this city. Alright, so here is Charlotte, and where do you think Jay is? Or where do you think the buildings are? I can tell you that I will be in the downtown zones. So now that you're here, okay, I have to zoom out a little bit, make this a little smaller so you can see some of this. Okay, here we go. Down here, by the shareholder, this will change if you hover your mouse over a building. Okay, so for example, if I hover my mouse over here, you say shareholder J Chen NE Securities building kiosk 2. So this is my kiosk. And you can actually do this for some more information here. Connected to road. Yes, okay, that's not useful information. So you can just go look, see, here is Wushy Tom. And he has an auto repair shop 1. Here is Jay Chen again with kiosk 1. So you can do this, you can hover anything over any building, and it will tell you who has that building. And if they named it something funny, like, instead of grocery store 4, I could have named it, clothes store to confuse everybody, but I didn't. But anyways, so here we are. As you can see, you can sort of spy and figure out what everyone has. As you can see, I sort of own this block and this one, I think. It's all me. Okay, you can see what buildings people have. So if you ever wonder what do people have, this is how you do it. You go to the map and you click there and you just hover over the buildings and you'll see what people have. Isn't that nifty? Okay. All right, let's go back to the map. There's some more information you want to see in the map. Something else you want to see right here, show table over all cities. This is useful to get a quick glance at the whole country, see what's going on. Basically, what you want to look at are the number of companies, number of companies in that city, and the number of zones that have been bought in that city. This basically tells you how big the cities are. Some cities have a lot of companies, but not too many zones. So compare Charlotte with 22 companies, we have more zones than Atlanta with 27 companies, and they only have 900. See the difference? Um, okay. So that should give you a good idea as to how big the city is. Now, why does size matter, you might ask? Okay, so size matters for certain things. Let's take a look at Charlotte again, and I'll show you why it matters. View detail map of your city. If you look at Charlotte, we've had one downtown zone that's been opened up and two countryside zones that have been opened up. Also, if you hover over the countryside zones, it tells you the percentage of zones available. But yes, but as you can see, Charlotte isn't a very big city. It hasn't expanded very much. We've only got two sorry, not countryside, rural zones and one city zone that's been opened up. Let's compare that to a different city. Let's compare that to Seattle, which is a very big city. Let's scroll down and let's view detailed map over the city. And you can see Seattle, there have been a lot of rural zones opened up and quite a few amount of city zones opened up. So what does that mean? Okay, so what does that means is that in Seattle, the zones will open up, new zones will open up very quickly. But when they do open up, they fill up very quickly. So if you compare that to Charlotte, we'll go back to Charlotte. Charlotte's zones don't open up very quickly, but when they do open up, they stay open for a good while. As you can see, there's still some space where you can build some more zones. Okay, so this makes a significant difference, and this is part of your strategy is to choose which city you want to go to. So let's go back to this and let's view some of the cities. Alright, we'll go back to the table of all cities. A little slow today. Come on, internet. Alright, so but basically, there are some cities that are just always big. And if you look at New York is a big city. It's got a lot of companies, a lot of zones. Seattle, also a big city, a lot of companies, a lot of zones. And then there are some really small ones like San Antonio, Atlanta. Charlotte is, I guess, it would be considered kind of small. New Orleans is kind of small. Then you have, Las Vegas, and then you have some ones in the middle, basically. But like I said, if you want to go to a big city, it's great, right? Your new zones will open up really quickly. They will fill up very fast, so you have to be there for it. If you can go to a small city, new zones will open up very slowly, but when they do, they'll pretty much stay opened. And that is pretty much all you need to know about the map section. Yeah, some of these other links are more useful, like the transportation link is more useful to see transportations here instead of using the map one. But yes, anyways, this is the map link. You should definitely use this to, one, figure out the office prices, see if you should build an office. In my opinion, if it's more than 1,000, then you should build an office. If it's around 680, it's not very good, but if you don't have any other options, you might want to, you might not. It's really up to you. Personally, I like to make a lot of money, and if I don't make a lot of money, then I'd rather build something else that will make me a lot of money. So I would not build an office. Like right now, my offices are at 1400s. So if I'm not getting that, then well, I'm not building an office. Okay. Oh, the other thing I forgot to tell you is the number of employees at work. This is important for the medical care, for the clinic office. Because if there are more employees at work, then there is a higher chance that some of them will go sick or go absent. And when they do go absent, they create a job at the medical care. That's regardless of why they went absent. Even if they went on like vacation, it will still create a medical job. So keep that in mind. Yes, is this all? Okay, so this is all the information you really need for Charlotte. I mean, not for the map link. So make good use of it, especially if you join the game in the middle of the round. I mean, you want to know which city to go to. You click on the map, figure out which city to go to. Okay then. So good luck. Have fun. See you guys.